Everyone, welcome. Welcome. I'm Andrea Asebedo, glad to be here today with you on this rainy Father's Day in June. And welcome to our band today. And we're going to invite you, if you're able, to stand up and we'll sing our way into the day. Say hi to your neighbor.
Time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. 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 My soul is welcome here.
I'd like to invite any of our kids that are here today to come on up front. Welcome. And I think there's another one somewhere, but we'll sing you out this room.
Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place. We've got Mother Nature and the human race. The world's got trees and bumblebees, rivers and lakes and the open seas, mountains and valleys and the animals too, the sun that shines on me and you. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place. We got Mother Nature and the human race. We got Mother Nature and the human race.
Lovely, aren't they wonderful? Hi, I'm Michael Tatlock. Again, pod of the day, again. So you're stuck with me. But welcome everybody. You made it out on this rainy spring day, right? And happy Father's Day.
Yeah. Thank you.
Happy Father's Day. And happy Pride Month. Yay, right? All right, so Father's Day, Pride Month, we've got it all. We've got it all here. So I want to thank Joanne Allison for being the second pod, or pod 2, and also to Andrea Wood, who was our meditator for the day. Thank you very much. It takes a village, people. It really takes a village. But if you see somebody wandering around with one of these, well, we as practitioners, we provide spiritual upliftment to you all. We're the spiritual side of the community. And so if you see one of us wandering around, like Joanne's got one, I've got one, or if you know of practitioners who are wandering around, grab us if you're really in need of affirmative prayer, and we will do an affirmative prayer right there and then, okay? So that's part of it. But if you don't want to do that, if that's too much for you, there's a little jar right back there on that table, right there, doing her fabulous Carol Merrill right there. You can write out your prayer, and we will do it during the week. Or, if you want, you can go to our website and ask for a prayer there. So, I mean, we've got you covered, you guys. We've got you covered. So if you need prayer, we got you covered. All right? So I just want you all to sit back. God, I'm a little tired. I'm using y'all a lot. Anyway, so just sort of sit back, take a nice deep breath, sort of settle into your chair. And feel how that chair is supporting you. That's the support that Spirit and Source has for you all the time, every moment of every day. So know with me that there's one power, one presence, one beingness that infuses itself through everything and in everyone. And I know for myself that I'm the living embodiment of that divine creative spark. I know that everybody gathered here today in person and also online is also infused with a divine creative spark. And from that spark, we gather together as a village, as a community, as a group of like-minded people to join hands and start building the bridge to the new reality that we're creating right here and right now by planting the seeds of what we want to grow in our community as ourselves and as a community as a whole. And I know that we are supported here today by the message from Dr. A, by our music from our band, and by everybody gathered here to support this journey. And I know it's good, because I declare it so. And I just simply say, and so it is.
And so it is. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. And may I be happy. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. And may I be happy. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. And may you be happy. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. And may we be happy. May all be filled with loving kindness. May all be well. May all be peaceful and at ease. And may all be happy. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. And may I be happy. This is an original of mine in keeping with today's talk. It's called Living Peace. I am living peace. I am breathing peace. I am knowing peace. I am living love. I am breathing love. I am knowing love. I am letting go, letting go, let it be. Here I am, as I am free. Breathing in, I can feel what is real. I am living peace. Living peace. I am breathing peace. Breathing peace. I am knowing peace. Knowing peace. I am
Thank you. Great. Well, welcome again. I would like to invite anyone who is a father, either in our live stream audience or here, to please, yes, you too at home, stand up. Fathers, stand up. Come on. Come on. Yes. Don't sit down yet. Don't sit down yet. So what we're going to do is we are going to bless you, okay? And so the way we bless is we just hold our hands up and send them energy and love as we say, there is only one. That one in you is manifesting in powerful ways as a father. I know for you that you continue to evolve and open to that sacred trust. And I'm grateful that you're here. And so it is. Thank you. Okay, you can sit down. It's an interesting time. So my talk today is part of a series that I've been offering through this month on contemporary violence and inner peace. So our first Sunday, I brought to you, all of these are my teachers. So my first teacher that I brought to you was Thomas Merton, a very famous Catholic monk. Last week, I brought to you my Buddhist meditation teacher, Thich Nhat Hanh. And today I bring you the founder of the Science of Mind philosophy, Dr. Ernest Holmes, who is the reason that this center actually exists, is because of his teachings through all the years and the many, many people who were changed and lifted by his teachings. And he died, I think he died, I was supposed to look it up, but I didn't, but I think he died in 1970. And that was 5 years before I came into the Science Mind philosophy. And he was a man of his time. So he was born in the late 1800s. And he was born in Maine, which was sort of like, New England was sort of the birthplace of this transcendental way of thinking about sacred humans and what they were capable of. So a lot of people that you might have heard of, like Ralph Waldo Emerson and Nathaniel Hawthorne, the Alcott sisters, all of these folks came from that same region and got together and had these powerful Concord talks. And Ernest Holmes was a student of those talks and particularly of the works of Ralph Waldo Emerson and the Bible. Because the Bible, back in the day, in a Maine farmhouse with 11 children, was one of only 2 books that they had in the house. So they had the Bible and Emerson's essays. And so essentially Ernest, who was the 9th of the 11th children, memorized those books. And so they come through a lot of his teachings. And so what I'm sharing, I'm giving you the frame for what I'm sharing today because Ernest was a deep lover of Jesus, not so much of Christianity. There's a difference, but of Jesus and the teachings that he received from him. And so I'm going to share one of the stories with you that informs this talk in a minute. What I'm starting with, though, is a quote that Holmes has, and the other frame I want to put on this is, so of course, Ernest was a very young man during World War I, and not a young man during World War II, middle-aged by then. And he was convinced that wars were a result of our thinking and therefore our way of being in the world. So this quote comes from that. Peace is at the center of our soul. It is the being of our being. This peace has never been disturbed. Never afraid, never desired to have anything, to harm anyone or anything. How can we use this great gift of peace? We are to use it deliberately and consciously. We are to speak the word of peace wherever discord appears, and know that this peace, this word of peace, stills the tempest. And so what he was speaking to about the tempest is something from the Bible, his second favorite book. And this is from Matthew. I think I've got it. If I don't, I'll just tell you the story. Looks like it went away. So the story is from Matthew, and if you're a Bible person, which most of us aren't here, in case you're new, it's Matthew 8, verses 23 through 27. So Jesus was in a boat with his disciples, and they were crossing a huge body of water, and Jesus was asleep in the back of the boat, the stern. And the disciples were awake, and they were talking about the revelations of this teacher they had and the power of his teachings, when a tempest, a huge, terrible storm came up on the water. And the depictions of this storm in art are amazing. So you can picture like this little boat and this huge white-capped sea that's threatening to swamp the boat. And they were pretty convinced that they were going to drown. And here's Jesus, still asleep. You know, he's sleeping right through all of this horrible stuff going on. And so they go and they wake him up and they say, Teacher, we're going to drown. And he looks at them for a minute and he says, oh, you have little faith. And so he stands up and he walks to the front of the boat and he goes, basically, now this is a translation of Andrea's, stop it! To the waves and the water and the wind. And immediately, in the Bible it says, it did. It stopped. And everything became calm. Whether it's, the understanding that many people have, including us, is that Jesus spoke in Aramaic. And Aramaic is an incredibly nuanced language. And so when someone is speaking in Aramaic, they're speaking at 3 different levels. So there's the literal level. So stop it, literally. He was saying stop, and things stopped. But there's 2 other levels that have to do with what does it mean to be in a storm and be peace and just acknowledge that this doesn't have to be. And then even deeper than that, what does a tempest in our lives mean and how do we stop it? And so the teaching is not just a literal teaching, it's an instruction for how to live if you're taking it in that way. And so I don't know about you, but I certainly have had some pretty significant storms in my experience. Tempests that threaten to, if not just rock my world, pretty much drown me. I can remember at one point in my journey, during one of the big storms, someone said, how are you doing? They didn't know anything was going on with me. I said, well, basically I feel completely destroyed. How are you? And they're like, oh, and sort of backed away. You know, don't ask. So Jesus' teaching was how he was living. So he was asleep in this storm and then woke up and basically said, okay, you don't have to freak out, just stop. And so Ernest Holmes, back to him, because today it's all from his teachings, took that and said, all right, there's inside of us a center of peace that is unshakable. It doesn't go anywhere. It isn't affected by anything. It's just part of who we actually are, which is a little hard to believe when you're in the middle of a storm. And yet, at the depth of our being, we understand that yes, spirit, divine presence, whatever you want to call that, higher power, a vast field of energy. At the center of our being, that is what's expressing and available. The thing is, we have free will. And so even though it's available, we don't have to use it. We don't have to make use of the peace that might be available. We don't have to call upon it. We can just be in the storm like the disciples and be all freaked out. So how do we make that choice is what Ernest Holmes wanted to know. How do we actually live that way? He was very interested in what Jesus said, which basically was, hey, I'm not special. These things that I'm doing, you can do too, and more. And so Holmes and Emerson and the Concordian dialogues were all about, okay, how? How do we do that? Because it would be really great to live in peace no matter what the election is, no matter what the world situation is, no matter what war is going on, no matter what war in our family is going on, no matter what's going on at work. It would be really lovely to know how to live in peace always. And so they began to examine that. And being a radio personality that Ernest Holmes was, this was the analogy he came up with. He said, as we tune in our radio to different programs, so the mind is attuned to that which it adjusts itself to. And if all the people who believe in prayer or spiritual mind treatment or spiritual aspiration were to unite in one accord, declaring that peace shall be and peace is, knowing everyone else knows this, then we should have no war. We shall have no war. But peace is an inner conception. So we must consciously discourage every sense of strife in our bodies and minds, and at the same time pray with peace. God is a presence of peace and love, not of destruction nor of hate. So fundamentally, the way Science of Mind stands is we understand that this vast field of energy moving through all humanity is used by humanity individually in whatever way we use it. Every individual has a choice. And so because everything is available in that vast field of energy, people make interesting choices, often out of ignorance. They don't know that they have a choice. They don't know that they could live a different life. They simply are on kind of autopilot, which I say they, but I might as well say me, right? Because we go into these habituated ways of thinking and speaking and acting, and the result is the habituated way of seeing and being in the world. So if we were raised in an environment where it was perfectly fine to hate other people, we don't know any different. Have you noticed that? We don't know any different until we get older and bump into people that are like, whoa, why are you doing that? And for the first time, I can remember in college going, oh, I don't have to do that. Actually, my family was really about not hating people, but I bumped into people who did hate people. My grandmother, her family, one part of her family were haters, and the other part of her family were lovers. Anybody else have that? It was an interesting combo to be raised in. My mom hated particular flowers. Taught us not to hate people, but hated Dusty Miller and loved snapdragons. So it's a very mixed message in my household. And that's the way it goes, I suspect, for a lot of us, is as we are being trained in life, most of us were not trained that our mind actually is deeply powerful, and that the choices that we make, where we tune in, really matter to our well-being and to our ability to actually be peace and offer peace. So essentially, that's the message of the science of mind, is inner peace begins with each one of us as individuals discovering our own peace and then utilizing it to change the way we're living, to change the way we're thinking, to change the way we're speaking, so that we come into a different place of seeing the world. And, I was thinking about this morning, same family members now. So I'm using my family, but hey, I love them. But at one point, when I was in the science mind, I was talking about how our thinking and speaking and doing affects how we experience the world and that we can change that. One of them said to me something like, "Oh, so you just think it's a matter of perception, do you?" And I was like, "Uh-huh." Yes. And they're like, that kind of response. And I said, well, all right, I'll give you a thought experiment. The next time you go out driving, I want you to not think about Volkswagens. This was back in the day when there were a lot of them on the road. And I just want you to notice, don't think about Volkswagens, but just notice what goes on. And so they came back and they said, okay, because you said Volkswagens, I saw a whole bunch of them. And I said, perception is everything, isn't it? Yeah, of course we know this. Of course we know that what we focus on, what we think about, we begin to notice. That's classic psychology. You go to a psychologist or a therapist and you say, I really want to try to love my spouse more. And they say, well, what are you thinking about your spouse? What are you saying to your spouse, and what are you doing with your spouse? And you spill out the story of, well, blah, 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 not good stuff. And they say, okay, well, pay attention, perception, right? Pay attention and catch your spouse in all the wonderful things that they're doing and saying and being in your life. Just catch it and acknowledge it. And a lot of psychologists don't do this because you have one session and then the people are healed. It's like, oh, perception. So how do we then translate? Same question that the Concordian people were asking. How do we translate an understanding that we actually have personal power and the ability to affect our reality by what we tune into, what we pay attention to, and how we then move in the world from that perception? How do we translate that into world peace, which has been the question that's dogged humanity since the Stone Age, I suspect? And that's a great question, and Holmes answered it. In his view, it takes multipliers. It takes people who really think that peace is possible, that not only possible, that peace is a reality, coming together as one and tuning in to that understanding together in a larger group. Because you may have noticed just sitting in your living room being peace is great, but then you turn on the television and it's not great. So how do we make that transition? And so I don't know if you remember, but now probably 25 years ago, there were a group of meditators. Any of you study TM? Yeah, a lot of us. And so TM got everyone together that they could for a mass experiment where they all meditated on reducing violence in a particular city. I forget which one it was. Might have been Chicago or Washington, D.C. And they did this very deliberately together for a period of time, and they tracked with statistics. And statistically, violence was reduced and reduced and reduced. You can look it up. It's somewhere on the internet, I'm sure. And that's an example of what Holmes was advocating for, is let's bring people together who believe that peace is a reality, that it can prevail and does prevail in the world of spirit. And let's all join our prayers together to know that peace is now reigning. When he says, speak the word of peace, he's talking about, okay, put it out there in prayer, put it out there in your words, put it out there in such a way that there's a vibration and energy that's starting to go along with it. And when you join people together with the same vibration, things begin to shift. Will it make a difference in Gaza? I think so. Will it make a big enough difference? I don't know. I hope so. Why don't I know? How many people does it take to heal a pain and suffering that's been there for millennia? I don't know. Is it possible? Absolutely. Will it heal the conflict in Ukraine? It will help. And that's the conclusion, is that, actually focusing on the violence of humankind hasn't really gotten us anywhere. It just has gotten us more and more and more of the same, right? Focusing on that. And even, what's interesting to me is actually crime in the United States has gone down. But we don't hear that. Unless we're really paying attention, we don't hear that. Because the perception is, it's horrible, there's more, it's awful. And I'm not saying that it's not awful and that awful things aren't happening, but I am saying there is a power that's greater than our individual habituated mind that can operate through us and in us, and when we come together, can operate in that group to shift things, to change things, to make a difference. And I think that's really a powerful thing to hold as a knowing, and then to find people like this group or other groups that are sharing that understanding so that we can continue to build an idea that's different than violence is rampant, it's horrible, humanity sucks. That hasn't really worked. Have you noticed? And so I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the global vision of the science of mind philosophy, because the other thing that we as an organization understand is that as we utilize our ability to turn the channel and see a different way of being, a different reality, and when we join together to do that, we can affect change. And so our organization got together and put together from all of the people that they had gathered a global vision. And it's long, so I'm not going to read you everything, but you can find it on the web if you'd like. So I'm just going to read you a couple things from here. We envision humanity awakening to its spiritual magnificence and discovering the creative power of thought, a world where each and every person discovers their own personal power and ability to create an individual life that works within a world that works for everyone. We envision a world where personal responsibility joins with social conscience in every area of the political, corporate, academic, and social sectors, providing sustainable structures to further the emerging global consciousness. We envision a world where each and every person has enough food, a home, and a sense of belonging, a world of peace and harmony, enfranchisement, and justice. We envision a worldwide culture in which forgiveness, whether from errors, injustices, or debts, is the norm. We envision a world that works for everyone and for all creation. Powerful. Powerful. And I'll be honest, when I read that last one, the first time they came out with it, we envision a world that works for everyone and all creation. I was kind of like back with Ernest Holmes going, so how are we going to do that? You know, a world that works for everyone. How are we going to do that? And that was, they probably created this maybe 10 years ago or so. And so I've had 10 years to think about it. Of course we can do that. Of course we can do that. Does it mean that things will have to change? Absolutely, things will have to change. You may have noticed. Does it mean that it can't be done? No, it can be done. Period. Don't add anything else, is what I had to tell my mind. I don't need to know how, but I do need to focus on what I want. And that's what I want. How about you? I want everyone to feel a part. I want everyone to feel a sense of dignity and empowerment and to have a place in the global voice. Everyone. No matter what their orientation or their gender or their nationality, no matter what, I want everyone to have a seat at the table. And so I'll do a prayer for that, and then we'll move into some wonderful music and the rest of our day. So this prayer is a prayer for peace in the world. Please join your thoughts with mine as I say this prayer. I believe that there is one indivisible, absolute field of energy that contains all possible realities within it. Not scattered, but rather available in every moment, right now, every reality. I understand that I am living in one of those right now. And I also understand that the universe and my reality is extremely malleable. And that because I have been a certain way does not mean that I must be that way for the rest of my incarnation here on the planet. And the same is true with every culture and every government and every person. Just because it's been a certain way does not mean that it needs to continue to be that way. Why? Because I understand that there are other realities just as real, just as available, existent right now. And so I see the reality where peace is a reality on this planet. In every country, in every municipality and state, in every district, in every town and city and village, everywhere throughout the entire world, there is a reality that exists right now where peace is actually the norm. And I accept this reality now unfolding here. This, of course, means that a wave of understanding and illumination and enlightenment is sweeping across the world that we have inhabited. It changes my mind, it changes the minds of many, many people in order for peace to be the norm rather than the exception. And as this change occurs, other changes that allow peace to be possible naturally unfold without effort, truly. Things begin to shift because the perception is peace is the norm. And so we absolutely, almost effortlessly see what needs to be done for peace to be the way, and we do it because that's what we understand to be normal. This is true in my personal life. This is true in my work life. This is true in my life as a citizen. And this is true in my life as a global citizen. Peace is the norm. And so I'm grateful for all the changes unfolding from this day forward in me, around me, and through this world, so that this reality is true. I know it's true in mind, and now I accept it as true in form. And I'm grateful because, wow, this world is incredible. This world is amazing. This world is my world now. And so it is. Thank you. Thank you. All right, I'm going to invite the ushers to prepare for the offertory, and the band's coming up. And I appreciate very much any donation you give to this beautiful center of ours. It is not only a spiritual practice to give to places that support spiritual growth, but it's also just delightful of you to do that. So thank you very much.
Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti Shanti Om, Om Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti Shanti Om, Om Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti Shanti Om, Om Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti Shanti Om. Peace inside my mind, God and only God is moving me. Peace inside my mind, God and only God I live to be. Peace inside my mind, God and only God is moving me. Peace inside my mind, God and only God I live to see. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. 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 Peace inside my heart, God and only God is moving me. Peace inside my heart, God and only God I live to be. Peace inside my heart, God and only God is moving me. Peace inside my heart, God and only God I live to see. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. 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 Peace inside the earth, God and only God is moving me. Peace inside the earth, God and only God I live to be. Peace inside the earth, God and only God is moving me. Peace inside the earth, God and only God I live to see. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om.
Thank you. Well, just a couple of announcements. So this first one, we have a challenge. The gauntlet has been thrown down. And there is a team comprised of Philip, Joanne, and Clara, who are a trivia team, and they are challenging you to sign up as a team and try to beat them because they're ready and they're wanting the challenge. So what is this all about? Our teens are going to camp. we're helping them raise money so that they can do that. Next Sunday after the Sunday service, we are going to be having a not your normal trivia day where teams and individuals have the opportunity to play. And this is an incredible thing that they've created. This is not the trivia in a box that's dated 1980. This is something that will be very unique and very wonderful to participate in. And all you have to do is sign up for it in the classroom and show up next Sunday after the service and see if you can beat Clara, Joanne, and Philip. Can't wait to see it. Also, we are inviting bakers who maybe would like to bake something to support the teens to bake something for next Sunday. Bring it before the service or right after if its ability to be held is fine. And we have a group of people that will put it out, and we will invite people to purchase. And all the money raised next Sunday during our coffee hour will go toward the teens getting their way to camp. So sign up for that as well in the classroom. Be wonderful. We have an incredible class that's starting very soon. It's called Prosperity Plus 2. It's almost a misnomer, though, because it is about prosperity, but actually it's more about having the life that you would choose to have and living it to the hilt. And so it's a series of 10 lessons on how to do just that. I have taken this class probably 3 times, and it's very impactful, very uplifting, and very encouraging, especially if you're one that's in the midst of maybe making changes. So it's available by Zoom as well as in person. Our practitioner, Kalish Leviel, is the facilitator, and this is a class that is a video class with Reverend Mary Manon Morrissey as the main speaker, teaching us things, and then class discussion that's facilitated by Kalish. So if you would like to join this class, it's not too late. Do sign up for it either on our website or at the Ask Me desk, and we'll make sure you get the materials for the class right away. And then, on the 30th, we're having a community picnic of the CSL community here in Bellingham. And we are inviting all of you to come, whether you're brand new or you've been coming forever. Live stream audience, we're inviting you to get yourself dressed and come on down and join us for an in-person picnic. The board is sponsoring this, so they are purchasing vegan as well as regular hot dogs, gluten-free as well as gluten-full buns, and they're providing drinks. And we're inviting those of you who would like to come to let us know what you prefer by checking off, would you like a vegan dog or a regular one, a gluten-free bun or a gluten-full bun? And then bring a dish to share with all of us, whether it's a bag of potato chips or your mom and dad's favorite coleslaw or the dessert that you'd love to eat but you haven't been. But bring something and we'll have a really beautiful lunch together, a community picnic together. And if it's nice, which I'm praying for, literally, we will be outside. And if not, we'll be in here. It'll be wonderful. We hope you'll come. And speaking of gatherings outside, this coming Friday, June 21st, we are hosting a very simple but very beautiful summer solstice celebration here. It starts at 7 p.m. Everyone's welcome, including children, if it's not past their bedtime. And we will be having a fire, we'll be having drumming, and we have enough instruments for the children and the adults to play. And then we'll be singing, and if you'd like, bring a snack, and we'll share snacks after all that has happened as a way of welcoming in the summer. Maybe that'll do it, huh? Maybe that'll be like, stop it right now. We have enough rain. Now, this is interesting. Next Sunday is a big Sunday for a lot of reasons. You heard about the youth, but the practitioners have gathered together, and they want to have a drawing for someone to receive a full session of prayer treatment, which is our form of affirmative prayer. It's an interview. It's really a beautiful process to go through with someone, and then they do this incredible prayer, and they'll even write it up for you so that you can say it for yourself. So it's a free drawing, and so they're going to be handing out tickets here next Sunday, and as people enter in, you can take a ticket. And live stream folks, we have a way for you to get a ticket as well from our website, and so you'll tune in and you'll get some instructions on Sunday so you know what to do, and then we'll pull the winning name from all of those tickets, and you'll be the lucky winner of an incredible healing session. So plan to come next week and plan to play. And let's see, so the Earth Stewards are a team of people here in our community that really help our group of folks remain centered on ways that we can support and regenerate the earth. And so last year and the year before, they cleaned up all of our walking trails, they widened them, they put down bark, they lined them. They've got incredible maps of the walking trails now that you can pick up. But we're also hoping that a few of you would like to build altars along the paths. And the altar would be some sort of representation to you of why you love the earth. And so if you would like to do that, submit an application, which are available at the Ask Me desk, and then we'll get back to you and we'll invite you to walk along with us and choose a spot on one of the trails for your altar, and we'll have you install it by the end of the summer, and we'll have a big celebration and a walking meditation to celebrate all the altars in September. So submit that application. They're due by June 30th. Joe and I haven't done ours yet, so you're not late. Okay, and believe it or not, how many of you are brand new today? Anybody? Yes, welcome to you all. So glad you're here. Welcome. So I'll let you know that since COVID, we have restarted a fixture in what we do during the summer here, which is to invite healers of all sorts and people who have products that assist in healing and lifting sacred humans in whatever way. And we call it the Mind, Body, Spirit Fair. And the fair is actually July 20th, so mark your calendar. And it goes from 10 to 4. This whole meadow, the lower meadow, sanctuary is full of vendors with all sorts of stuff, from iris reading to tell you about your true nature, to incredible crystals for sale, or body sessions. It's amazing. There's sound healings, and there's all sorts of stuff going on, including our practitioners doing prayers for people. There's speakers on the wedding patio down there. And last year was our first year back from COVID, and we really want the word to get out this year. Last year was kind of like, is everybody ready? This year, everybody's ready. You may have noticed. And so we're looking for people to help us put out posters. And we've actually got a list according to neighborhoods in Bellingham and cities in Whatcom County. And if you would be willing, with maybe a friend, to walk around with posters, we'll give you the thumbtacks, we'll give you the stapler, we'll give you whatever we need to give you to put up posters. We could really use the help. And so the postering will happen the first week of July, so that it's not up too long because people stop seeing it, but up long enough so that people go, oh, there's more than the Sunnyland Stomp going on. There's the Mind, Body, Spirit Fair on U3 Road. So if you can help us, there's a sign-up list at the Ask Me desk, and we could sure use some help. So that's great. And do any of you know the local band called The Walrus? Raise your hand.
Yeah.
The Walrus is famous locally, and they're a rock and roll band. And they, from time to time, will do a Beatles sing-along. And they chose us as a place to do it. And they've already started selling tickets on their website. And they have like 1,000+ people on their list. So I wanted to let you know that the tickets are actually being sold through our website because they're having it here. And so if you would like to come and do this, I mean, it's an incredible show. Come and sing along with the Walrus, dance, and really kind of enjoy the evening. It's July 26th, a Friday night at 7 p.m., and you probably need to buy a ticket pretty quick. I wouldn't wait, because that's 1,000 people they have on their list. It's amazing. All right, so if you're able, let's stand, and we'll sing our way into the day.
Anything is possible when you believe. Anything is possible when you believe. We can make a mountain move when you believe. We can make a mountain move when you believe. Don't you know it can change your life when you believe? Don't you know that you can change your life when you believe in yourself? When you believe in yourself, when you believe in yourself, when you believe in yourself, gonna make a miracle when you believe. You know you're gonna make a miracle when you believe. Everything you want, you got when you believe. You know that everything you want, you got when you believe in yourself. 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 I believe in me. I believe in you. We believe in each other. There ain't nothing we can do. I believe in you. I believe in you. We believe in each other. There ain't nothing we can do. Anything is possible when you believe. Anything is possible when you believe. We can make a mountain move when you believe. We can make a mountain move when you believe in yourself. When you believe in yourself. When you believe in yourself. When you believe in yourself.
Have a wonderful day, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.